Chat show instead of a talk show. Welcome to episode 1 of The Street Sage. We are here today with Hector, the big gay Mexican.
Hello, everyone.
And Earl.
Hello.
Today's episode is brought to you by Ideas and New Beginnings. My name is Stacy, and this is my show, The Street Sage. I have created this show as a way to reach out to people, to give people a voice, and to encourage people to make their own choices. Hector, we call you the big gay Mexican to your face, so it's not racist.
Or offensive.
Or offensive.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hector. I am the big gay Mexican. Reason being because I'm big, I'm gay, and I am of Mexican descent. I work in the theater industry, theater admin. Basically, I sell tickets for a living. But I also am a performance artist, and I've performed in various cabarets throughout the Twin Cities and a show here and there, but I'm just here to bring my voice to the table, and hopefully everyone will enjoy hearing my voice and what I have to say.
Well, I know that I am very excited to have your perspective here on our show.
I'm very excited to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you. And here we have Earl.
Hello, my name is actually Matt Earley, but Earley is my last name, so everyone calls me Earl, has been that way for years. I am a theatrical professional, I am a technician, I work in lighting and sound, and I am here on the show to give my opinion, my voice as the average Joe, the regular dude.
The regular dude. And I think that we have a really wide spectrum. We have the lady opinion, although some people call me a dude, but I'm not. I'm a lady, okay? And we have the gay minority.
Which people don't call me dude, they call me lady.
I actually call him dude, lots of times.
He does.
He does.
You know, so we have a full spectrum. Lady advice, gay Mexican advice, dude advice. It's all here for you. We're laying it out. We're very excited to be doing this, and we're gonna also have a Q&A section, which we'll get into in a moment here. And you can also submit questions if you go to the website at thestreetsage.com. Right there on the front page, you can type in a question. We get it. We go over it. Here it is. Here's how we do it.
Stacy, would you please introduce yourself? You haven't talked about yourself very much.
Well, I am also a theater professional. I work as a production stage manager here at Open Eye Figure Theater, where we are filming today.
Much thanks to Open Eye for letting us use their space.
We love you guys.
Totes. So I work here in this lovely space as a production stage manager. I also am a youth counselor for at-risk youth. So that's my other lifestyle, 2 totally different spectrums, but I find that they intermingle more than one might think. I use a lot of my theater skills with the youth that I work with. And I feel like the youth I work with encourage me to be more outspoken and to face fears a little bit more than I normally would, because in dealing with tough crisis situations, everybody's scared, right? And if I'm dealing with a child, then I'm the one who has to not be scared and just say what needs to be said and put myself out there so that they feel comfortable. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Excellent.
And so here we are creating the Street Sage together.
Great. Happy to be here and collaborating with my 2 best friends.
It's going to be great. And you guys are here for the ride. It's going to be a doozy. Are we ready for question 1?
We are ready.
Ready!
Question 1. How honest can friends and family be when they're not crazy about someone's significant other? This is coming from Gary from Washington. Gary from Washington.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary. Lovely question.
We're here for you, Gary. This is a tough one.
This is a tough one. I think you can be, it really depends on what your problem with a significant other is. Some people are, let's say, racist, and if that's your issue, then you have no say. Because that has nothing to do with you, but if the problem is, say, abuse or something,
then you say something right away. If you think that your friend or family member is being abused in any kind of way, emotionally, physically, sexually, you got to say something. And you have to be blunt about it.
Or call the cops. I mean,
if it's that bad.
If it's that bad.
Let's hope not, though. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Right. And there's always a time when somebody you love and care about is going to be with somebody that you don't love and care about.
Right.
One might even say you might hate them.
I should know from personal experience, Gary from Washington, I once was in a relationship where none of my friends or family wanted me to be in this relationship.
Not at all.
No.
They were very vocal about said situation, which rightfully so. But again, because of that, because I was so in love and didn't see necessarily all the bad, or I would justify things or make excuses for things. And so it just got to a point where I didn't talk to my friends about the situation, which was hard. Because then I was going through some stuff and I was upset and I was sad, but I knew I couldn't talk to my friends because they didn't want me to be in the relationship anyway.
Well, what's hard for someone like in your position that you were in is yes, you're in this relationship and you want to be in this relationship, and all these people are telling you don't be in this relationship, and you want to do whatever you want to do. Sometimes it's hard to take a step back and remember that the people who are telling you this, they're doing it with your best interest in mind. They love and care about you, and that's why they're saying, no, don't be with that person.
But again, this comes back around that when discussing this kind of situation with somebody that you care about, you have to make sure, you have to test the waters a little bit. Make sure that you're not going to push them away, because if you come on too strong right away, they might shut you out completely, and then you don't know what's going on. Then you don't know if it's abusive at all because they're not going to talk to you. So you need to test the waters and find out how your friend or family member will handle the situation.
Right. And then there's also that instance where the relationship, there's really nothing bad about it. You just really don't like that person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, you kind of have to just wait it out.
Yep.
Because, I mean, sometimes they have to figure it out on their own,
They do. Everybody has to make
And-
poor choices at some point, because how else do you learn and grow? How else do you learn what you do and do not like or want in a relationship?
Right. You have to put yourself out there, develop relationships, figure it out.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, we've all been in horrible relationships. And we've all had our friends, tell us,
Get out.
get out now. And sometimes it's true. We do need to get out now, and we just don't listen.
It's hard to see that though when you're in the middle of it.
Right, exactly.
It is. And that's also a sign of emotional abuse if you don't know. Because if you're seeing the outside of this, you see this person with somebody who you're like, I'm not sure why you're with this person. They're mean to you, they're controlling, and if you're seeing those signs, more than likely the person in that relationship is not going to see those signs because they're in it. They're in it so deep, they love that person, they make excuses, they want to be there, so they don't necessarily see that,
Right.
which is also can be tricky.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, you had some written thoughts about this, did you not? Or
Well, we pretty much covered them all.
we covered them.
We covered
Great.
them all.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, and there's also, there's some, we could talk about waiting it out, being outright if it's abusive, small hints. Oh, that's one thing. Small hints. If somebody's in doubt and they're your friend, you're just kind of waiting it out, hearing what they have to say. Let's say I were to say, Hector, dating this guy, he's been doing this thing, I don't really like it. That would be a prime time for you to be like, you know what? I have seen that that is a bad thing. Let's talk about that. Let's not let that go.
I'm over here thinking, well, what kind of thing? I mean, in order for me to judge the situation, I have to know all the facts.
All the facts.
All the facts. But
What you doing?
What you doing?
I mean, as your friend would be telling you, or I would be somebody would be saying that, but if they're showing doubt, that's a good time to also throw in your little 2 cents without pushing it, because they're in a mindset to accept that kind of criticism. So it's all circumstantial, and everybody's different, all right? So after that question, I would like to post the conversation a little bit about making your own choices, right?
Yes,
very important.
So within talking about this, okay, we make our own choices. We always will, and that's just how we function. We make our final choices. We take opinions from everybody. We listen to our friends, but ultimately we make our own choices. And that's one thing that when we're talking about our Q&A and we're going over questions that people send us, that I want you to remember is that we're not saying that our opinions on your situation is the final end all be all. Okay? Like, it's important to remember that these are our opinions on this situation. We don't know all the facts. We don't know the little details, the little history. All we can see is the outside eye and what you tell us, and that's all we have to go off of.
Right. We're not always right.
Well, I mean, we're always right.
Close enough sometimes.
No,
Sometimes.
but make your own choices. That's very important.
You always make your own choices. Everybody does. Like the bad relationship I was in, every single person I knew told me not to be in that relationship, but I did it anyway because that's my choice, right?
Right. I choose to wear bow ties every day, and that's my choice. To be fabulous.
I choose to wear black t-shirts every day, and that's my choice and my job's choice. But we won't get into that.
And I'm gonna drink out of this dinosaur cup. Dinosaurs.
Every day.
Every day. But that's her choice.
That's her choice.
It's my choice. And you have to also remember that no matter what people are doing, they will always do what they're doing until they don't want to do it anymore. Whether it's being in a bad relationship or having a bad friendship or moving to a new city or being done with your career and starting a new one. Whatever it is, people will always do what they're doing until they can't do it anymore. And that's just my opinion. Are we ready for question 2?
I think
Bring it
so.
on. Bring it on.
Question 2. Once out of college, how do you date? I don't want to do online dating, and the thought of meeting the love of my life at a bar seems unlikely. If I don't want to date my coworkers, how the hell do I meet somebody? Megan from New York City.
Oh, Megan.
Very
No
good
one
question, Megan.
knows the answer to that question.
I agree. Although at the same time, though, you live in New York City and you can't find anyone. Megan.
There's like 8 million people in that city.
Let's talk about that
Million.
first.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's true. Like,
Get it together,
Get it
Megan.
together, Megan. No, I'm kidding. It's true. We don't know the answer to that. I mean, I'm single.
We're all single.
We're all single.
Actually.
That's true. We're all single.
So,
If you want our
We're all
number,
single right now.
we don't come as a group of
Individuals.
individuals.
but some options to meet people would be join a group of some kind.
Take community classes or, some kind of community ed classes.
Go to church,
Church.
if that's your thing.
Right?
If not, don't.
If not, don't.
Or if not, go anyway and see what you meet.
Right?
You know?
Right.
It-
What's life without whimsy?
What's life without whimsy?
Boring.
Boring.
Absolutely.
Boring.
And then, okay, so she doesn't like online dating. I mean, rightfully so.
I don't
Online
like
dating
online
is
dating
the
either.
worst.
My dad once told me that online dating is like giving up.
Oh, Dad.
And I have taken that advice to heart and have never. I can't bring myself to online date because of what my dad said. I don't want to disappoint him, honestly.
Right.
But where do I meet someone? I don't know.
Right.
I'm in your
mean,
boat, Megan.
It's
And
really
I'm long
hard.
out of college.
Oh my God, me too.
It's just tough because online dating it's scary because even though you've talked to this person, you still don't know what they're going to be like when you meet them. They could be creepy. I cannot get rid of the whole stranger danger on internet, AOL. You have
Back
to
in 1998
right,
when the
you can-
internet was really scary.
You have to pretend that you're 18 to even get like one of those accounts, you know, the
Oh my God,
messenger
yes.
accounts or whatever.
Right? Do you remember your name? My sign-in name? Mine was Charming Boy 101 because I'm charming and I'm a boy.
You are both of those
Clever.
things.
I am both of those things.
You are both of those things.
101 just for funsies.
101.
What was your name? Do you remember?
I think mine was Schultz. Yes.
Because your name is Stacy Schultz.
Yeah. No.
And you always say
stalk
yes?
me.
Oh, right. We'll bleep out the name.
No, Schultz. S.
I thought it was Schultz, yes. And I was like, wow, you must have been really popular.
On the internet.
On the internet.
In 1998.
Great time to be on the internet. Great time.
Right?
But
Oh, wow.
in all
Everybody's
fairness,
in chat rooms.
I
Little chat
have
rooms.
numerous friends who have met their significant others online, and they have married them.
It does
and they're
work.
happy, and they love each other.
It does work for some
It
people.
does. It does work for some people. So
Just
if-
not for us.
And dating your coworkers. I mean, if you don't want to, you said you didn't want to date your coworkers, which is a great choice. I have dated some coworkers, and it just never turns out well, ever.
Ditto.
Yeah. So
Ditto.
I've never dated my coworkers.
It's for the best.
good.
I mean, I've had sexual relations with them, but I
Right.
mean,
But never dated.
well, yeah, exactly. There was a difference.
There is a difference. There is a difference. There is a difference,
Yes, there
but
is.
as long as you both know the difference, like
As long as you're
they're
both on the same page.
on the same
You have
page,
to be on the
yes.
same page.
Right.
definitely.
Which actually, that's a
Right.
good topic to talk about. Like, you know, hookups, are they okay?
They're totally okay.
Right.
They are okay.
Especially
as
because
long
Megan,
If that's
you live
what
in
you
New
want.
York. You can find hookups, trust me.
You can. I really like New York. You know.
Yeah. But if that's what you want, you know, you
Right,
can, you
exactly.
can go hook up with people, like meet a bar slut or something, and you know go home with her. But if
Or
that's not what
him,
you're, or him,
because-
or him,
Or him.
Megan, you are a lady
right,
we
or him,
recognize.
yes.
Or you might be a lady who likes ladies.
That is true.
Yes, remember. It was like everyone is included in this
Everyone.
podcast. Oh, you know this one. Never mind. Okay, sorry.
She's a lady.
She's a lady. She likes boys.
Does she think I'm cool?
Probably not.
She thinks you're all right because you're my friend.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Let's start.
It is.
excellent. Well, anyway, Megan, yeah, it's really hard to meet people, but it's not actually hard if you put yourself out there.
But you have to put yourself out there. If you stay in your tight knit group of friends and don't do anything else, you're not gonna meet people. And it's hard to get picked up or pick up people when you're with your same group of people all the time. So branch out. You have a random coworker who you get along with. Maybe they invite you to their Christmas party and you think, I don't really want to be around a bunch of people I don't know. Wrong.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you do. Go to that Christmas party, meet the people you don't know, meet friends of friends through friends. As long as you're doing stuff and meeting new people, that's just
You'll meet someone.
That's my opinion. That's
Yep.
the best way to do
Great.
it. Which
Love it.
do we have anything else for Megan from New York?
I don't think so. Love New York though. Keep it up, Megan. Keep it up in New York.
Just keep meeting people.
Yep.
All right.
You can do it. I believe in you.
There's a
do
few
it.
people in New York to meet.
Right.
All of
Yeah.
them.
A lot.
Actually,
Plenty of
8
fish.
million.
one might say.
Plenty of fish.
Right.
Big C. Yeah.
And so, let's talk about opinions for a minute.
Okay.
Okay? So everybody has a different opinion.
Right.
I hate when people argue about whether or not somebody else's opinion is right or wrong. Because it's their opinion. All right? Now, if we're talking facts and somebody is way off on their facts, let's argue about that. Let's talk about that. But don't tell me my opinion's wrong. I'm not going to tell you your opinion's wrong. I might suggest, I think your opinion is just ridiculous. But let's agree to disagree, right? More people need to agree to disagree on opinions.
Well, I feel a lot of people need, or most people need to be more open-minded about everything.
Right. Everyone has different experiences and different, grew up differently and has different views on everything. And it's hard though to, if someone's view clashes completely with yours, it's hard to not say, you suck and I hate you.
That is very true.
But you got to do that.
I'm the opposite. It's really easy for me to say, you suck and I hate you, but I guess that's just me. But I feel...
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to not say that.
Right. It's hard to really look at other people's viewpoints.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm telling you, I feel that's my problem, is that I judge rather quickly, and that's why it's really easy for me to say, you suck and I hate you. But, I mean, I feel like that is a problem, though, is that as a society in general, that we judge way too quickly on everything.
I feel that I am pretty good at listening to everybody's perspective.
You are, and I feel that's why our friendship works, because
Right.
you listen and I judge, and like eventually you're like, no,
You
Hector.
listen and I judge.
Like,
Classic combo.
no, Hector, look at the facts, then judge. And then I'm like, oh, right. You know,
Right.
I shouldn't hate this person because they flipped me off that one time.
Right.
You know.
Because maybe they were having a really
Right.
shitty day.
Or they didn't call me and I was expecting their call and I hate them, So, I mean,
You hate them a little too quickly.
I do. I hate people rather quickly. If
Right.
you don't call me, I will be pissed. But that's true.
If you have a date with Hector, don't break it.
Don't break it. I will be angry.
You will. Doesn't let that go easily.
No, never.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on.
But maybe not moving on. Moving on from that, but moving back to being open-minded and having different opinions. I feel that being open-minded is meaning that you can have a strong opinion on something, but you're willing to let your mind be changed by maybe somebody brings up a really good point that you haven't thought of, or maybe you learn a new fact and you change your mind. But there's so many things out there that tell people, no, you've decided this. You can't be on the fence. It's one way or the other. I'm on the fence about everything.
Oh my God, it's true. We're not Subway.
Everything.
Do I get a tuna sandwich or do I get a ham sandwich?
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
It's hard to say. Anyway.
But it's very important to let yourself be open to new opinions and new facts and let your mind change, because that's boring, and just to be stuck in one mindset always. Ugh. Right?
Well, but again, I don't know. If that's the way some people want to live, then they
This
have
is
to live
coming
that
from
way.
the most stubborn person.
I'm just saying, sometimes people got to do what they got to do.
Right. Who hurt you, Earl?
No one.
Do you want to talk about it?
No one hurt me.
But I mean,
Good.
I feel people are like that because of the way they were brought up, or situations happen, and it's kind of hard to alter their opinions or alter their mindset. But I don't know. I mean, I feel again, we shouldn't judge too quickly on these people that are judgmental.
I also don't like arguing with people about my opinion. Like, don't try to
Right.
change my mind always. I will listen to you, but I might disagree with you. So
Be open-minded.
Be open.
I mean, that's what we're talking about.
I know,
here.
but I will listen to somebody's whole fact, but I don't want to sit here and if we really do disagree and you can't change my mind, then I don't want to argue about it. It's a waste of breath to argue about things that we just disagree on, because it's our opinions. You can't if you're not changing my mind, then we just should agree to disagree.
Fair enough. Agree to disagree. That is what people do not do enough.
Right. Moral of the story.
Yeah. Agree.
Agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
The
And-
musical.
And that's something also, like when we're on the show and we're talking about stuff, offending people is something that I kind of hope we do.
Oh, we're going to.
I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna be racist and whatever. That's not really who we are.
I hope not.
But I hope that we offend people enough that they think about certain things or they want to talk about certain things, raise some eyebrows, maybe.
Offend people enough. Maybe we don't want to offend people, but we
No,
want to.
I
We
know,
want to
we
make them
do.
listen. I mean, we don't have to offend people to
We're
make them
gonna
listen.
offend people.
Oh, we are. I mean, again, because we're very judgy.
There's no way around it because everybody everybody gets offended for everything
The littlest
nowadays.
things offend people. I'm sure my dinosaur cup offends someone out there.
Anti-dinosaur enthusiasts,
Right.
creationists. Yeah.
I mean, my bow tie offends people for sure, especially crackheads on the street.
Yeah, it does.
Like, no lie. I mean, it's happened on, 3 or 4 occasions that people on crack on the street will come up to me and they're like, "You're wearing a bow tie? What the fuck's wrong with you?" I'm sorry. Oh. But the crackheads do cuss and,
They do. That's just real. That's
And
real.
so should we talk about who's offended that you're saying crackheads?
Right, exactly.
'Cause who knows if the other
right,
crackhead?
crackheads are offended.
See, we're
that I'm
offending
calling
people.
Probably not
crackheads.
actually on crack, but you never know. You never know.
You never know. I mean, we live in a city.
We do live in a city, and people will be offended.
We're getting a signal from our camera guy here.
Right.
Wrap it up.
Real
Stop
quick though,
saying
We're
the word
meandering.
offended.
We are meandering.
I think we're offending our cameraman.
We possibly are.
But one thing I do want to talk about real quick is judgment. Like we keep saying judgment, and I want to clarify that being judged and judgment isn't always bad. People associate the word judgment with bad, and it's not always bad judgment. Sometimes you judge somebody and you're like, I really like their outfit and their personality, but you're judging them because you're assessing the situation, right?
Right. Yeah.
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 I think we've talked enough about judgment.
I agree.
Right.
So
We're gonna judge. That's how we do it.
We're gonna judge. Bottom line,
Good
agree
or bad
disagree.
is what we're saying.
Good or bad judgments.
Right.
Which I think the last time we tried filming this, we said that we needed to find a new word for judgment.
Which we will. We'll bring you a new word for judgment, a more positive word next episode. Guaranteed. Promise.
If we can find one.
We will.
So
Otherwise, we'll make one up.
This brings us to our closing thoughts of the day. Who would like to start their closing thoughts?
I will give my closing thoughts on the day. The first and foremost thing that I would take from this episode is that dinosaurs are awesome. And if you get a choice, always
Drink from- drink from
choose dinosaurs.
Drink from the dinosaurs.
Somebody spiked the water.
There's whiskey in there.
I'm being drugged.
Well, there's
So
water.
those are my closing thoughts.
There's just water in mine.
Would you like some from the dinosaur?
No, I am choosing
I'm
to
out.
drink from the.
Because that's your choice.
Oh, there really is whiskey in here.
Yeah, real whiskey.
Oh,
Drinking.
in that case,
With water
with water.
to keep hydrated.
Well, great. So, my final thought for the day is just it's a word of advice to all you lovely people out there. This advice was given to me by my grandmother, who I love very much, and she told me, if ever in doubt, ask for the money first.
Always.
Wise grandma.
Very wise words.
The golden
from
rule,
Grandma.
one might say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ask for the money first. Always. Always. Stacy?
My closing thought. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
I've got the whole world
In her hands, she's
I've
got the whole world. In my hand, I got the whole world. In my hand, I got the whole world in my hands.
And that is just my opinion.